All right, did you hear about this? Rapper and music mogul JayZ is now being accused of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs during an MTV VMA after party in the year 2000. The rapper issued a blistering statement in response and directed his comments at attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, saying, quote, "You've made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am." Criminal defense attorney Lexi Rigdon joins me now. Lexi, good morning to you. What a development here. So another thing JayZ said in his statement is that this was a civil suit filed against him, and he said these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one, essentially saying if I really did these things, treat me the way I should be treated. So how should we be thinking about all of this? What do you think?
Well, that's some denial from him. And, sometimes celebrities have pretty muted denials, like, I'm not going to comment now, or I direct all questions to my lawyers. I actually admire the strength of the denial. I think that at this point, there's no objective indicia of reliability to this complaint. Now, obviously, things are going to play out and we're going to end up learning more. But if you look at it on its face, it's a 24-year-old complaint. Very significantly, he was not named in the lawsuit in the first instance when it was filed. The girl was allegedly 13 at the time it happened, and in the complaint it says that she had been given something and she was quote unquote woozy. And so I think that this just needs to be looked at in kind of a measured way. Unlike the media is treating some people in the media, Pete Hegseth being one of them, where they automatically hear an allegation and they run with it. I think that this needs to be treated in a measured type of way. We don't need knee-jerk societal reactions. Anybody can make allegations against somebody, and people who are rich and famous are particularly targets. And so obviously I don't know what happened, but I think it just needs to play out, and we need to give him the benefit of the doubt at this point.
Well, that's what Tony Busby is saying. So this federal lawsuit was originally filed in October. So interesting that we're only learning about this now. And then Tony Busby responded to JayZ's statement by writing this on X: "Since I sent the letter on her behalf," meaning the defendant, "Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me, and as plaintiff, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media." A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York declined to comment on whether the office is pursuing this case. So what happens next?
Well, who knows what's going to happen with that? I mean, we don't know if the feds are going to be looking into this. They may well be at this point. I think that there are people further looking into Diddy. I think there might be a superseding indictment coming, and probably looking into the people that he's associated with himself. But this also may well be beyond the statute of limitations. So it really just depends. I mean, as it stands right now, I can't imagine that there's enough evidence to necessarily bring something, because somebody's accuser saying something happened 24 years ago without more evidence is probably not going to be enough. But then again, we don't know what evidence she has. So it really remains to be seen if this is actually going to be passed on to the criminal authorities, or if they're working on it at this point.
All right, so jury deliberations in the Daniel Penny case are set to resume today after the judge dismissed Penny's second-degree manslaughter charge, which carried a 15-year prison sentence. A jury is now being asked to consider a charge of criminally negligent homicide, which carries a 4-year prison sentence. Tell us what criminally negligent homicide is, and should Daniel Penny be worried about being found guilty of it?
Well, criminally negligent homicide is that he did not act as a reasonable person should have under the circumstances. And this is just very troubling, because I was looking at the verdict form, and the verdict form actually says, for count 1, which is the manslaughter, if you find him not guilty, then you move on to count 2, which is the criminally negligent homicide. That didn't happen here. There was no finding of guilt or any acquittal. It was just, they were deadlocked. They sent a note. They said, we can't come to a conclusion. The judge made them go back and keep deliberating. And then, treating it almost like an a la carte menu, the state decided to say, all right, well, we'll just dismiss that count. We'll proceed on the second count. Well, that's not what the jury verdict says. That's not how they were charged. It's very, very inappropriate what happened here. His attorneys were outraged. They have every right to be. This is unfortunate. whether he should be worried or not, I'm a little bit concerned that there wasn't just an acquittal or not, a not guilty. So there are obviously holdouts on the jury that believe that his conduct, at least for the manslaughter count, had risen to the level of recklessness, which would assume that it rises to the level of negligence. So I don't know. I mean, I think that there is a chance that he could be, but I also think it's equally, probably more so that it's, again, a hung jury.
We will be watching it all. Lexi, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Carla.
Have a good day.
My thoughts reading the 14-page indictment yesterday were that there are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. And that's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in any of the things that are alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office. But if you're at that party and it turns out that that's when he set up one of these freak-off sex parties, or that it was going on in another room and you didn't know about it, there's a good chance that you're going to be called by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And certainly if you were involved, you would get a call because they're going to want to know everything you want to know and may even want you to be a witness. I just think, we're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve. And the feds have said that this remains an open investigation. There could be more charges for Diddy. There could be more charges for other people involved. And usually the way this works is once they find out other people are involved or were witnesses, they bring them in and they sort of lean on them, and it's sort of like, you're going to cooperate with us, or there's a possibility that you could face charges. So this is going to be a slow developing case here because we're just getting started, and I don't see how this trial begins anytime before next year.
Well, everyone, it seems like the big names in the rap scene are going down one by one. We've all been watching the situation with Diddy unfold as he's faced lawsuit after lawsuit, to the point where the feds actually raided 3 of his homes. Ever since those raids, people have been wondering what would come next. Well, the time has finally come. Diddy has officially been arrested. Yes, Diddy has been taken into custody and is now in and out of court fighting for his life against the serious charges he's facing. And while all of this is happening, rumors are swirling that Jay might be next.
Facts, Scott. Facts. Facts. Facts, man. Something going on. Now JayZ is being accused of raping a 13-year-old little girl. Oh, man. Here we go.
In mind. There are even whispers that the FBI is planning a raid on JayZ due to his close connection with Diddy. As wild as it sounds, if your best friend is involved in some pretty shady things and you had a similar career, it's not hard to believe there might be some overlap in those events, or that you had some kind of involvement. JayZ has been seen attending Diddy's infamous parties. And who knows what the feds might have found during the raids of Diddy's homes. Maybe JayZ's name or face popped up in some of the evidence, whether it be tapes or documents. And now it looks like Diddy won't be going down alone. Shan Carter actor JayZ seems to be next on the list after Diddy's arrest. So stick around because we're going to dive into all the rumors surrounding a possible federal raid on JayZ, his connection to Diddy, the accusations he's facing, and how he might end up sharing a jail cell with Diddy. There's a lot to cover, and this story is far from over.
Good afternoon, everybody. So
It's going down, family. We already knew JayZ was coming next.
It did not go our way.
Y'all already know.
The fight continues.
Child.
We're not
Apparently, yeah, right.
Giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case
Hellbringer.
as quickly as possible.
What's up with your TV? Oh, man, I got a 2-year-old son, Dad. That's what it is. My son is 2. You hear me? Yeah, once in a while, man, he'll take one of the toys and start banging on the TV. He too. He's smart, strong. I'm trying to tell you, man. Amaru. And do your knowledge on who the Amaru Khans were. The priest kings. The Moors, man. Yeah. Amaru. 2 years old. Man, I'm trying to tell you, climbing over everything, jumping over everything, walking like you're a god. Man, I see why Allah sent that name to me. Who was Tupac Amaru? Who are the Amaru cons? So yeah, that's what's going with the TV, bro. It's just my son, man. I'm ready to get another, but we get ready. There's a lot going on with me too. I'm getting ready to upgrade like ridiculously. But I'm ready for right now. This cool. But I feel you and I hear you and I got y'all. But yeah, man. But catch the message. All right. Peace. Love y'all, man.
Housing unit of the Metropolitan Detention Facility, and I'm going to do everything that I can.
Yo, what's wrong with my TV? Man, my 2-year-old strong son. You hear me? Yeah, everybody know the Moors are strong, man. My son, man. I don't like talking about. People don't like to hear good things. You know what I mean? They always want to hate on you. They always want to, So I don't even really say it, man, about how beautiful my son is, man. 2 years old, and I am 54. I got a 2-year-old, you hear me? My wife 40, she 10, she a couple years younger than me, you hear me? And yeah, man, Allah bless us with a beautiful little boy. Yeah. This dude JayZ, man. Here he goes. It's a tumble. Shit rolls downhill, y'all. Here we go. Rock out. Oh shit.
18-year-old in Towson has a normally quiet community.
My bad, y'all. I got to rap, man.
For their safety.
JayZ is up next, y'all. Wait a minute. Get this shit out ready.
on their wish list. So get vaccinated and share the love. But not the
whatever.
Welcome to the Lynette Show.
Hell yeah. See, they be doing this stuff to try to mess with my channel and all that, man. Whatever. We don't care about that stuff, man. I don't get mad at all y'all, boy. We tell the truth around here. Yeah, we tell the truth around here. E happens, my dude. Child, yeah, it happens, but exactly, child. Well, that's crazy. Yeah. Hellbringer says, yes, sir. Bless up. Bless up. Enough respect. You already know. Hellbringer. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's going down, Doug. It's going down.
And they're going to have to accommodate me and him and give us a quick trial. And I'm going to be pushing for that. He's ready. He's focused.
That's enough. That's enough about. I just wanted to put y'all on point with JayZ. He's up next for raping a 13-year-old little girl, man. They've been doing, and understand this. Every time you see a picture of doo-doo, JayZ always standing beside him, dog. And go back and watch Run This. We gonna run this town tonight. Hey. Boy, the whole video, they in the tunnel. The whole video, they in the tunnel. I got one more question. How come they not plastering up the synagogue that got knocked off of child sex trafficking in New York? They the ones that got knocked off first. Doo-doo and them bosses. Yeah. Rothschilds. Yeah. These are the grandchildren, right? Yeah, they got caught first with the child sex trafficking ring. I did 3 videos on it, Dub. Either look at it or do the knowledge yourself. You're gonna see it, right? In New York, they got caught with a child sex trafficking ring going on. Yeah. Somebody, man. Peace, man. Y'all bless up. Stay on your higher self. Pass more. I'm out, man. Be good. Peace.